Bruce team and Bruce guy. And I try to be the most prepared person on sports television. I had not seen that clip. I can't.
You thought he said, "Let's ride"?
I assumed he
Has
hummed
he done
it
that
in his
every
sleep.
press conference?
Yes. He's done it in every appearance. But go ahead. All right,
First of all, my team,
jarring.
my pick was Buffalo. I'll have you know, and Josh Allen for MVP.
Okay.
So let's start there.
Okay.
Secondly, I got to admit, guys, during the first quarter, when he led them to two scoring drive, oh my gosh, I got the sunglasses. I put them in the backpack just in case I was going to wear them in this very segment. But no, that was short-lived, of course. Done. You said, am I done with the Broncos? I don't know. Is Tampa Bay done with Tom Brady?
Here we go.
Is Green Bay done with Aaron Rodgers?
Oh, this is unbelievable.
Is Arizona done with Kyler Murray? Baltimore with Lamar Jackson? New England with Mac Jones?
Oh, that's
cut that one. They might be done with Mac Jones. Cut that.
What do those teams have in common with this?
Here's what they have in common. All of these quarterbacks are off to sluggish starts. None as bad as Russ, I'll give you that. But they're all off to bad starts for many reasons. Lost their best receiver, new system, injuries, banged up.
Made the worst trade.
Russ happens to have all three. Tim Patrick not playing.
He's their best receiver.
Banged.
Tim Patrick is better than Jerry Jeudy. Tim Patrick's the best
Jerry
receiver
Jeudy
in the Broncos.
is not impressing me as much as I thought he would.
As you thought he would?
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I wanted because
But one of his top receivers gone banged up. I'm not going to harp on it because I know you guys, you like when guys play banged up. Like you get sensitive about that with Baker last year. But injury, throwing shoulder, hamstring last night.
It felt okay. When he was 10 for 10, it was okay.
A new system with a rookie coach who's having his own struggles. All right, and here's the kicker.
I can't believe
No, here's the kicker. The AFC.
Kicker's the
because
best
Russ
player.
looks bad. I'll give you that. But the AFC is full of teams that I would say are fair to middling.
Yeah.
Okay? You got Kansas City, you got Buffalo, and maybe Miami with Tua, maybe.
And then you got
After
a bunch
that,
of
you got a bunch of so-so teams that are 2-win, 3-win teams.
Sure.
With that defense, which is great, we know the defense is great.
You're including the Broncos in the so-so middle?
They're two. I said 2 or 3 win teams. They're 2-4. All right. And with that defense, if Russ can get it together a little bit,
But he won't.
he's got a work ethic. He's got drive.
Bro.
He's got determination. No, I am not done. I won't be as cocksure, as puffed up, as hardy as I've been in the past.
No, I don't think so.
But abandoning them, done? No.
Okay, well,
that's all I'm saying.
I was convinced Brew was going to fold
I
his
mean,
hand.
the 15-yard, maybe if it was 13
No,
yards.
hold on. Listen,
I draw the line at 12 yards.
The first half, the first quarter.
Okay, but let's show
Russ.
America what Brew's
He was
talking
old
about.
Russ.
Let's just get right into the numbers here, and then we'll talk big picture.
Here we go.
First quarter,
There you
he
go.
was sensational. Unfortunately, they played the rest of the game. And he was 5 of 18 the rest of the game. Second half in overtime,
bad.
isolated. That's 3 for 11 for 15 yards. And thanks to the fact that he takes so many terrible sacks, they actually had negative passing yards after halftime, which of course continues a trend. We are now almost 40% of the way through the season. Can we show you the Broncos offense? Oh, it's the worst in football. The worst in football.
Yikes.
It's bad.
Worse than the Bears. Worse, pick whatever team you think has terrible offense and just rest easy. The Broncos have been worse. What makes it so much worse is their defense has been better than it was last year. That defense has allowed the fewest touchdowns in the NFL, has allowed, the fourth fewest points and the third fewest yards.
Defense is great.
And they are 2-4. And now we must come to a number of realizations. The first one, that you both owe me an apology that I still have not gotten for questioning something I care very deeply about. My take integrity from before the season when I told you Russ wasn't good anymore, and I told you the Broncos were going to finish below 500. And you both said, Nick, that's projection. Because you're afraid of him now, and you're afraid he's going to come for the Chiefs.
Say that.
So you both owe me an apology.
I'm not off, though.
Okay, hold on.
I'm looking.
Can you acknowledge?
I'm close,
Can you acknowledge
but I'm not off.
that my preseason opinions, maybe at this point, were not driven by fear, but driven by analysis, and that I was correct. That's the first point.
Opinion.
The second thing people must acknowledge is Russell Wilson currently owns a number of things. A beautiful home in Denver, the most expensive in the history of the city, a Super Bowl ring, and the worst contract in major American professional sports. That is undeniable. Russell Westbrook's contract is expiring. John Wall's contract's over. It is the worst contract in all of major American professional sports. And lastly, Wildes, this one is not yet written in stone, but we are getting our masonry ready in case it needs to be. This is shaping up to be one of the worst trades in modern NFL history. You're not ready yet.
No, not yet.
What's it going to take? What's
it
going to take? Because the Seahawks are better. They have a bounty of picks. The Broncos, meanwhile, appear to be on a train to nowhere. And Russ, they are tied to him for a minimum of 4 more seasons.
All right. It's all very fair points. I think you made a strategic mistake. Not by sticking with Russ, being a loyal friend to Russell Wilson, but trying to find and mine some positivity on those horrible statistics. What you need to do
I didn't bring up statistics.
is just straight up blame Hackett. That's what I'm doing. It's not Russ's fault. It's Hackett's fault. And I saw this with a quote from Melvin Gordon that I saw this morning, and I legit made me sad. Made me sad, and then it made me mad on what type of operation Coach Hackett is running here. Take a listen.
Really?
What changed for you between the first half and the second half? Was there anything that you can put on paper?
I don't know. Me and you both kind of clueless on that. So, I'm sure it'll be a conversation that's had, but, to tell you exactly what happened, I can't tell you because I don't know.
Did Coach tell you at halftime that you wouldn't be a part of the offense in the second half?
No one mentioned anything to me.
So when you're on the sideline, are you just clueless?
Pretty much.
I mean, what are we doing? You don't think that the coach can say, hey, you know what, Melvin? Love ya. We're going to go in another direction. You've been fumbling a little bit too much. So then post-game, you can go up and say, you know what? I need to work on ball security, but it's a team. No, that showed me a guy who was very transparent and sad playing against his own team. So it was a little bit of an embarrassment factor that I don't know if Hackett took into account. It makes me think that Hackett
of course.
is not
Hackett's
totally buttoned
a problem.
up.
There's no doubt. I mean, I appreciate the support.
Trying.
Okay. Hackett's a problem. But Melvin Gordon, just quickly to him, I saw him. You saw him during the game. You could tell the dude was sad. But he hasn't played well.
Okay.
He keeps putting the ball on the ground.
Listen, he's got the worst offense in the world. So
I feel for Melvin Gordon. I like Melvin Gordon. Melvin Gordon's a friend of this television show, but the fumbling has been off the charts. But I understand why he feels like I should have gotten more of an opportunity in that game. But Jerry Jeudy was upset on the sideline.
Facts.
And I don't know if that's with the head coach. Here's the problem, though. Nathaniel Hackett will be fired. Right. And I said it after week 1. I said, you know what I mean? If you're going to do something eventually, do it sooner than later.
Right.
But then here's my only question. Wasn't on Brew's long list of Russell Wilson excuses one of them a new system?
Yeah.
So when you fire Nat Hackett, won't next year he have to deal with another new system?
But it'll be a system catered to fit
That's
his
what
skills.
this was.
No, it's not. He's not throwing downfield as much as he used
Because
to.
he can't.
Really?
That's
what they did in the first quarter.
There is no system right now that fits his skills.
He's throwing. No, you don't.
Maybe what Navy.
You don't think if the richest owners in the league can go out and pay Sean Payton?
I don't think so.
You don't think Sean Payton would find something to fit him?
I think Sean Payton might want to coach one of the teams I was playing last night, but that's one with Justin Herbert at quarterback, not the one with Russell Wilson.
You abandoning your boy?
What I'm saying is Sean Payton is not going to go to a team with a cooked quarterback. Why would Sean Payton go to that team? He lose a bet? Like, no, he's not going to go to the Broncos.
He did
who have the worst offense with the worst.
Year Drew Brees.
What? No,
40-some-odd years.
No, but he didn't sign up.
He made Jameis Winston work.
Jeez, we're in a bad spot.
Who was at one point a dark horse MVP?
Okay, yeah, that is true.
I still like Jay. Sorry, Jay, that was a low blow.
Good point. All right, we're going to go to the other side of the ball. Talk about Herbert. This is another little trick that Nick put in the morning meeting. He's like, then how about we talk about Herbert? You know why? I'm just going to give your take. I'm just going to spoil the whole rest of the segment. Because you want us to apologize again.
No.
Yes,
No,
you do. Yes, you do.
No.
Because we said Herbert was going to be awesome too and scare the Chiefs, and it doesn't seem like that.
Well, listen,
They got the same record.
Obviously.
Not really.
Lost by 3.
Brew, do you think the Chargers are a good team?
No.
No, they're in that fair to Midland group.
Yeah, exactly. And the Chiefs are not. And so, listen, I picked the Chargers to go to the AFC Championship game. So they have been, to me, ruined by injury. I think Staley has gotten afraid to be his true self. Yesterday, I thought the criticism of him going on fourth downs was really unfair. The guy's kicker was on one leg. He couldn't even practice kicks. I thought one of those fourth down attempts late in the game was because he had an injured kicker. I didn't think the commentary was fair to him. The injuries have really, really hurt the Chargers. But here's the other thing that's hurt the Chargers. And we didn't build it, my apologies. But if we put up Justin Herbert's per game numbers, rookie year, year 2, year 3, you can't tell the difference. Justin Herbert, one of the reasons some of us have such great regard for him was what he did as a rookie.
Right.
We were like, what that's going to turn into. I still think he's going to be awesome, Brew.
Right.
But he's been on a flat trajectory instead of an upward trajectory, and I think Staley's got to own some of that.
Yeah, I agree. Staley, I agree. He does seem like hesitant to be himself.
Yes.
I'm not worried about their offense, even though, Denver's a great defense, but the offense didn't look great last night. But when Keenan Allen gets back, which may be next week, right? And Mike Williams, who I think they need to throw it to more, that dude is great. With Herbert, I think they'll be fine offensively. The defense hasn't been as good as advertised. I mean, last year was terrible.
They benched J.C. Jackson.
Right, and they're 26th in the league in points allowed. Yeah. They gave up, 38 to the Prince that was promised?
Well, listen, that's hard.
Really?
57 throws, 0 touchdowns for Herbert.
First 57 throws and 225 yards.
Offense.
Like it's Dinkin and Duncan. Let him throw downfield. JC. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.